Hey there, Bible Lady here. So we are live, and well, I'm not sure if we have landed in the destinations we are supposed to be landed in. So let's find out, shall we? The answer to that one is yes. Now let's look over here at this one. Which more than likely is yes, but let's double check just in case. Um, yes. Okay. So I am live here and here. Now, let's talk about what we're doing. We're reading the Constitution, and we're reading the part right now. I've already read this, but I still do not understand it. So I'm hoping someone comes in who does understand it and might be able to explain it to me because I'm pretty sure that's not how um it goes now, and maybe it changed at some point. I don't know. So I would like someone to tell me if they could. Um wait, something is happening. Bam. All right. Now we are also going to mm, what is it called? Right here. I'm gonna make sure I do it right this time. Right? Yeah. Okay. So we are on um hold on. Let me get let me get us all right so I know what's going on. Yay. Okay. I need to see that, and then I need to make sure. Did I read? Oh, okay. So right here. So are we right on this page also? Yes. Okay. So I wanted to know. Okay. So I was confused on where we're at in life. But it turns out the part that I'm still stuck on is section 3. But where we are is section 4 and 5, which has to deal with elections, which shows us that everything they did there in 2020, most of it was legal because it's written in this here giant ass cheat sheet. Um, Hey, it's my cousin liked my video. Hi, cousin who likes my video. I love you. Okay. So, um, I guess we're gonna go to where we are and we're gonna do section 4 and 5. Well, we're gonna reread 4 and then go to 5. So I know where I'm at in life. Okay. The times, places, and manners of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. But the Congress may, at any time by law, make or alter such regulations, except as to the places of choosing senators. So. That's how they did that. The Congress shall assemble at least once every year, and such a meeting shall be on the first Monday in December, unless they got a hangover on that day and appoint it to be a different day. Okay, so section 5. Each house shall be the judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members. Yeah, because that's how transparency happens anyway. And a majority of each shall constitute whatever that word is to do business, but a smaller number may adjourn from day to day and be authorized to compel the attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties as each house may provide. The fuck does that mean? No one knows. No one knows what that means, and no one will know what that means. Who knows what that means? No one. Someone knows. Someone should tell me if they know what that means. What does it mean? I almost feel like I should be screaming what's in the box because it feels like that's what's going to happen next. Oh, something happened. Okay. I know what's happening in life. Okay. Okay. Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with the concurrence of 2/3 expel a member. That'll never happen. You don't want to know why? Shahara Shahira Shiri and all her friends. That's how you know that'll never happen, because it would have already happened. Each. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same, excepting such parts as may, in their judgment, require secrecy, like the Kufakuf 10+9, and the yeas and nays of the member of either house on any question shall, at the desire of 1/5 of those present, be entered on the journal. So they don't have to publish it. Okay. Each house shall keep a journal of its own bullshit, and from time to time publish the same, exempting such parts may, in their judgment, require secrecy, and the yeas and nays of the members of either house on any question shall, at the desire of 1/5 of those present, be entered in the journal. Wow. Why even put this in here? Like, why? Why even put this in here? Is there ever a journal? Somebody check a journal. Look, what the fuck is happening? No one knows. No one knows what's happening. Why even put this in here? Why did they put it in here? What the fuck? If you don't want to say anything, if you think this should not be written in here, then we're not going to write it in here. But in case 1/5 of you want to, We're just gonna draw a turkey with our hand, and you can have the turkey, the hand turkey. Why even put this in here? Because they get to choose what they want to put in there. The transparency does not exist here. What the fuck is this? Why even put this in here? There's no reason. Confusion. Okay. Neither house during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting. What does that mean? No one knows what that means. Neither house during the session of Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days, nor to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting. What does that mean? What does that mean? Somebody quit watching, but I wish they knew what that meant. They shouldn't have left. They might know what that means. People might know what this means and they should tell me instead of getting offended. Be like, no, asshole, that's not what that means. And then I might argue on why it does mean that. Oh, God. Okay. I don't know. Section 6. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their services to be ascertained by law and paid out of the Treasury of the United States. They shall, in all cases, except treason, felony, breach of the peace, be privileged from arrest during their attendance at the session of their respective houses, and in going to and returning from the same, and for any speech or debate in either house, they shall not be questioned in any other place. Wow. They've done all of these things. They could all be arrested, including some Republicans, for all of these things. Why aren't they? We're going to keep reading and we're going to find out why. We're going to find the word magic that makes all of this shit legal. And it will answer the questions on why they haven't been arrested. Because they're allowed to do it. No senator or representative shall, during the time of which he was elected, shall, during the time which he's elected, be appointed to any civil office. Okay, yeah, so he can't be a double civil servant. Okay. Shall be appointed to, and okay. under no senator or representative during the time he was elected be appointed to any civil office, which okay. And no person holding any office under the United States can be a member of either house during his time in office, or cannot be in office while he's a civil servant. It's one or the other, bro. Okay. So we're going to pause right here. We're going to pause right here. I got to pee. We'll be right back. Shit. Why isn't it working? I don't know. What is happening? Okay. Okay. All right. So we're back and we're on section 7. So all bills for raising revenue shall originate in the House of Representatives, but the Senate may propose or concur with amendments as on other bills. Every bill which has passed in the House of Representatives and the Senate shall, before it become a law, be presented to the President of the United States. And we're, see, this is why I need to stop touching things. Okay. And if he approves, he shall sign it. But if not, he will return it with his amendments, with his objections to that house, with to the house that gave it to him, who will enter the objections at large in their journal and proceed to not consider it. After not considering it, 2/3 of that house will agree to pass the bill. It shall be sent together with the objections to the other house, by which it will likewise not be considered and not approved by 2/3 of that house. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading this as if they were talking about Trump. Oh, they're getting away with the bullshit by pretending to do all of these things. But okay. But anyway, they're gonna give it to the president, and if he's got something to say, he'll give them their objection, and then they have to reconsider his objections and agree or disagree what they want in there, and then 2/3 of them can pass it, and then it'll have to go to the other Senate or House of Representatives, whichever the other one is, with the objections, and it has to be passed by them as well. And then it goes back to the president, I think is what that said. It shall be sent to and approved, and it will become law. But in all such cases, both houses shall be determined by yeas and nays, and the names of the people voting against the bill and for the bill has to be entered in the house. And if any bill is not returned by the president within 10 days, except for Sundays, which shall literally only be one, or should literally only be one Sunday. But okay. Sundays. After it shall have been presented to him, the same shall be a law in like manner as if he had signed it, unless the Congress, by their adjournment, prevents its return, in which case it shall not be law. Dun, dun, dun. Every order, resolution, or veto to which the concurrence of the Senate and the House may be necessary, except on a question of adjournment, shall be presented to the POTUS, and before the same shall take effect, shall be approved by him, or being disapproved, shall be repassed by 2/3 of the Senate and the House of Representatives, according to other rules. So it gives them a way to fuck over the president. See what I'm saying? Giant ass cheat sheet. I need to rename this because we are pumping. We're cooking with steam today because I think I know what's happening. Okay. Oh, here we go. Instead of one greedy person, we get 80 greedy people. Yay. Isn't it more than 80 in Congress? More than 80 people. How many people are in Congress? There's probably a lot of fucking people. Okay. The Congress shall have power to lay and collect taxes, duties, imposts, excises, to pay the debts and provide for the common defense and general welfare of the United States, But and all duties, imposts, and excises shall be uniform throughout the United States. I wonder who changed that shit, Democrats. The Democratic communists. Fucking jackasses. Okay, anyway. Congress also gets to borrow money on the credit of the United States. So everybody who blames the president for that, it's Congress that controls that. Interesting. Okay. So they can borrow money, they can regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states and with the Indian tribes. Dun, dun, dun. To establish a uniform rule of naturalization and uniform laws on the subjects of bankruptcy throughout the United States. So you can blame Congress for all of Trump his bankruptcy wins. That's all Congress. Congress also gets to coin money, regulate the value and of foreign coin, and fix the standard weights and measures because they decided they get to do that. Who else decided that we were allowed to do that? We just wrote it in a document and everybody was like, well, their papers said it. So, and look, all these people signed it. We're just going with it. What the fuck? Who decided that? Nobody, just them. They decided that. A bunch of sweaty old men standing on the thing. You know what we should do? We're fighting the British, so we choose everything because we win. Yeah. America. I mean, whatever, our papers said it, so we get it. They get to provide the punishment of counterfeiting the securities and current coin of the United States. To establish post offices and post roads. To promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for limited times to authors and inventors the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries. Is that why they always get killed before they go public? Fun times. Anyway, they get to constitute tribunals inferior to the Supreme Court. Okay. That's it. Okay. To define and punish piracies and felonies committed on the high seas and offenses against the law of nations. To declare war, grant letters of marque and reprisal, and make rules concerning captures on land and water, land pirates, and to raise and support armies. Wait. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Nick, what's up?
You're live.
Huh?
You're live. Say hi.
Oh, hi, everybody. I didn't realize you were live. Sorry. Nick, take your pills.
Okay.
All right.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I was just wondering. Okay. Well, you want me to call you at 9? All right. Love you. Bye. That's my dad. Okay. So, what was I doing? Okay. Law of Nations. Okay. Land pirates. Mm. To raise and support armies, but no appropriation of money to that use shall be longer for than a term. What? To raise and support armies, but no appropriation of money to that use shall be longer than a term of 2 years. Well, then how are you going to support an army? See, all sorts of word magic, man. What does that mean? It means you roll over people every 2 years. You have a new batch of people every 2 years. Something. They also are to provide and maintain a navy, to make rules for the government and regulation of the land and naval forces. So they're supposed to regulate the army, not the people. Let's find out. But they are to provide for calling forth the militia to execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrections, and repel invasions. Congress is failing. Nancy Pelosi is a failure. Mike Johnson is a failure. They are failures. They have the power to control what is happening, and they don't. The Speaker of the House is a failure. This right there, that one sentence tells you everything you need to know about what's going on at the border. They are allowed to stop it. They just choose not to. But wait till we go further. There's a whole lot more that they're doing that is completely illegal. Okay. So they're also to provide for organizing, arming, and disciplining the militia, and for governing such part of them as may be employed in the service of the United States, reserving to the states, respectively, the appointment of the officers and the authority of training the militia according to the discipline prescribed by Congress. I don't like giving them all this power. What do they need all this for? They don't. Why do they have it? Because it's a bunch of fat, sweaty, power hungry men trying to make this document that ends up getting written by a warlock. To exercise executive legislation in all cases over such a district not exceeding 10 square miles as may by session of particular states and the acceptance of Congress become the seat of the government of the United States, and to exercise like authority over all places purchased by the consent of the legislator of the state in which the same shall be for the election at, to exercise executive legislation in all cases whatsoever ever over such district not exceeding 10 miles square as may by session of particular states and the acceptance of Congress become the seat of the government of the United States, and to exercise like authority over all places purchased by the consent of the legislator of that state, in which the same shall be for the erection of forts, magazines, arsenals, dockyards, and other needful buildings, and to make laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into ex- and carrying into execution by foregoing powers and all other powers vested by this Constitution and the government of the United States, or any department or officer thereof. What does that even mean? What does any of that mean? It's not for me to know. See, somebody that knows war needs to tell me what that means. I don't know war. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my God. What am I on? Okay. Hold on. Where am I at? Okay. Mm, yeah. Okay. We're going to end right here. I thought maybe I could go a little further, but I got to take my medicine and get ready to call my dad back. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to tell you we will be back in the morning with some more Bible stories. It'll be so fun. And we'll be back tomorrow night with section 9 and 10 of Article 1. Article 1, section 9 and 10. Tomorrow it'll be great. So I can't wait to see you there. Have the best time. Wait. No, I'm just kidding. It's almost bedtime. It's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the greatest night and the sweetest dreams